Hello, welcome to another video. In this one I'm gonna make another guide regarding the policies in season 2 for all the people that are currently like in my kingdom bracket and for those that will end up getting into season 2. As I said in my previous video, I showed an overall picture where like I marked the attacks that are mainly focused for PvP, the ones that are marked, well, pretty much the only path you really should go for healing, and the long warfare versus the kappa skill when you should you choose one or the other. In this video, I want to show the pathing I took, and I want to show you how I am able, after 3 days, 3-4 days, to actually start getting more than 2 pets per day, because that's the main goal. Okay, well, that's the main goal for me, at least, because I'm gonna speak about the different, like, there's, depending on your KVK, maybe you shouldn't do that. So yeah, I'm gonna use 80 gems, and right now, if we go to my pets, I have 3 warrants per day. 3 warrants is not as crazy. Okay, I really like personally to go for double the amount, so double for me is like a huge amount of value per se. So what I'm gonna do, because the thing is, this is actually super expensive, like 400k, and I need this skill to 15, which then requires me all of those to get to level 10, which is wild. Okay, like that's a lot of prestige, but I do believe that having one extra pet is gonna help you develop yours faster. Like if we go to my pets, I'm mainly rushing this because whenever we start the fight, I want to have this main skill exuberance to 2 stars. Right now I'm missing 12. Okay, so one extra chance to get this skill and possibly get that skill is gonna be good for me. Bear in mind, this pet is not like the best it can be, because if we check, like, oops, not here, we check skills, like for example here, well, I have advanced exuberance yet to place. I have a 2-star angry roar, 2-star fierce attack, 1-star fatal bite, 1-star angry roar, like tooth and claw. I have stuff to do. I'm thinking about doing a live stream, doing like pretty much maybe 24 hours before the pass opening, just setting up everything. But let's focus to the topic, so which is the policies. So if you check this is literally the fastest you can do to rush the extra worm per day. Okay, this is the actual fastest you can. I have done the bare minimum to keep going forward. Okay, do I recommend this pathing? As you can see, I could have picked something here for extra elixir, but I just hoarded and just went for this. Now, do I recommend you go for this? It depends. So pretty much you're gonna start in your KVK, and what I recommend you to do is the bare minimum to keep advancing. Okay, by like probably whenever you reach this stage or this stage around here, you already will be able to see where your enemy is building towards, and that can already guide you to tell, okay, we're gonna have a zone 2 fight or not. If you're gonna have a zone 2 fight and you have a lot of troops, because this is important, then I'd say don't rush the warrant and focus a bit more on the military expansion. If you're still gonna have a massive fight, then you can focus in these ones, because to be honest, you can have this 15, but if you don't have the troops, it doesn't matter your extra legion capacity, because it's gonna be empty. So if you don't have many troops, you know for sure you're gonna have a massive fight, then I'd say focus on this, because this at the end is extra damage dealt to the specific troop type. Okay, now let's say for example you're in a situation like me, or you expect some fighting, but it's not gonna be like the main fight, and like you kinda know you're gonna win, then I'd recommend go for the warrant rush. Okay, start to getting more pets, is more skills, is more pet coins, is more chances to upgrade your current skills. It's everything great. Plus you're literally unlocking all the 3, plus getting to the last reforms to get a bit more elixir. So what I'm gonna do now? Do I go for increasing the military expansion, or do I focus on the warrants? Here is where it gets tricky, because until here it took me 3 days, almost 4 days to get the extra treaty. As we can tell, this is gonna be like crazy expensive. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because this is something you can do, is grind the prestige, but keep it. I'm not gonna put it, like for example, let's say this one, 45 minutes, not a big deal. 30 minutes, not a big deal. 45 minutes, not a big deal. If you have 24 hours of lead to know exactly what's gonna happen in your zone 2, you will be able to react accordingly. And look, to be honest, if it's like 4 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, spend 80 gems. It's literally just 80 gems to rush no matter the time, okay? So if you don't know what's gonna happen, keep working towards your warrant, and once you get the warrant, you just hoard your prestige. You have a good zone to fight. Then you invest in either this if you don't have enough troops, or if you have enough troops, you go for military expansion. There's not gonna be any fight, then you rush this, you rush this, you rush this, and let's say, for example, like, for me it's critical to get the 2 extra warrants. Because, let's say, for example, I made some math and it takes me 300, I don't know, not 300, but let's say 30 days. No, I'm actually gonna do the math with my golden rock. So, theoretically speaking, if I didn't had any extra warrant, it will take me 6 days, for example, to get the exuberance done. Okay, 6 days considering every single pet, well, every single golden rock that I capture brings me 1 exuberance, and when I release the pet, it's giving me that card, which is kind of unlikely. But that would still be 6 days. If I literally were to have the 2 extra warrants, that reduces to 3 days. If I can get this kill in 3 days, then I can start working on my Berserk Feedrake. To be honest, I gotta work on my Sapphire Feedrake because it's absolutely dogshit, to be honest. Like, I'm using Lilia Belgium for PvP, and this is the status of my, like, Sapphire Drake. It's a bit of a joke. So yeah, I have to work, but I'm not gonna work there until I get this kill to 2 stars. So this is, for me, why it's so important to get the extra warrants. Because right now I'm just locked by having... I'm not gonna go for the 3 stars because that's just too much. Like, it literally will gatekeep me for like months before getting any other type of pet. So yeah, 2 stars and I start working on another one. That's what I do. So yeah. Now, this part of the video is gonna be focused on tips and tricks that I use to reach this so fast, okay? Because I actually use some tricks. Because if you're just going like, okay, I'm gonna kill some darklings, and that's not gonna make the cut, okay? First of all, we were lucky enough. We started the KVK. 2 days later, it was reset, so we were able to acquire the weekly CP to spend it on darklings. Okay, that's one of the tricks. If your KVK lines up with, like, let's say, for example, your KVK starts on a Thursday. Okay, do not buy it, reset the CP. Do not touch it, because it's gonna reset. So you just hold it, you enter into the KVK, and then you buy it from the VIP shop. Because that way you already have it for KVK. More tips that I can give you. Alliance Tech, okay? It gives you 1,500 prestige per donation, as you can see. This is not your default cost of gems. Daily, I've been spending up to 100 to edit a bit more, so I could finally get the extra warrant, but up to 100 gems to get this extra prestige. 10 gems for 1,500 prestige is totally worth it, in my opinion, unless you're full free to play, then maybe don't do it, okay? That's another trick. Now, when I get... Okay, I'm gonna split this up, because I need an actual march to show the trick, and I will be right back to show you the next one. Okay, so here we are, the bet is about to die. Let's see if we get lucky, let's see if the extra warrant is giving us an exuberance. Let's see. Let's check the pet. What do we have? Okay, it does. Oh, I don't have potions, I gotta wait for reset. So yeah, I'm gonna do this already because I'm gonna have to do it anyway. 60 kinda sucks, to be honest. But yeah. So I do this, now I have the pet ready. All I need now is to have my regeneration potions, regenerate to 2 skills, and it's very likely that I'm gonna get the exuberance. So as you can see, this extra warrant daily is granting me an exuberance. It's perfect. Now let's go back to the main topic that we were talking about, which is the extra trick. So the trick consists, if you check my CP, it's negative. It's less 200 235. You can use this for any type of event, okay? It's not only for prestige. Like, you can use it on Brings of War, or you can use it on many places, okay? The trick is pretty simple. We have these two artifacts, okay? We have the Taunt Mask, the Harley Quinn Mask, and then we have the... I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that, okay? But the Advanced Incarnations, okay? These two artifacts are kinda unique because they don't require rage. So what you can do is actually kill Darklings without having CP, up to a maximum of less 1000 CP. After that, the game just locks you. Okay, I'm gonna show one example. Because I participated too much on Battle Abyss, I literally have barely any troops. Like, if we check my hospital is, yeah, like 350k T-Force inside, so I gotta look for some weak Darklings. Ideally level 23, that, well, I mean... Where are my level? Okay, perfect, here. So, by the way, you can use this to level up your heroes, everything. So the convoy was doing was this, with these caps, Harley Quinn Mask, and yeah, while my march gets there, I'm gonna explain you another thing that is important regarding prestige. So behemoths, every, like, at 12 o'clock and 0000, they spawn the guardians, the ones that you killed in Season 1 for XP. This is important because Guardians in Season 2 they give prestige, okay? But it's a maximum of 10 per day. And it's not like you need to kill 10. If you have 5 like every single hit from your march counts as 1. So for example, if you send 5 marches, you will need to kill 2 guards, because that will already count for the 10 maximum rewards possible. If you bring 3, then you need to kill 3 times the guardians, and then 1 extra with 1 march, okay? So, at least in 611, what we're doing is we're doing them 15 minutes after they appear, so everyone has time to group up, and everyone can benefit from that extra prestige. Okay, here's my march, as you can see, negative CP, 230 negative. So pretty much you just cast the artifact on the unit, it will trigger it, this Taunt Mask works, the other one works, and pretty much you're gonna get the rewards. After the Darkling skill, we'll see that the CP will go down. But yeah, I'm gonna speed this up, but so you can see the end results. Okay, as you can see, we got the rewards, we got the negative CP, and you can do this until you reach less 1000. Last thing I'm gonna mention, which is pretty obvious I think for everyone, but still, if you check here you can see exactly the amount of prestige that it gives you, okay? Higher levels give you higher prestige, so ideally if you wanna min-max, you're just gonna kill 27s, if tomorrow 28's unlocked, then 28, and so forth and so on. I hope this guide was helpful. As you've seen, that extra warrant, at least for me today, it granted me another skill that I wanted, so yeah, hopefully you can benefit from this in your KVK. See you in the next one.